on! And this is the lineup of cars that we're driving with today. Try to stir him up. Everyone's looking at me like I'm driving over their children. That sounded inappropriate. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another Performance Nick video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to do more of a casual vlog. We're going to go to this big Cars and Coffee. We're not going to do the typical Nick, let's spot 30 million. No, we're not spotting anything. We're going to go to a Cars and Coffee which has some very expensive cars. But that's not what I'm excited about. What I'm excited about is we have about 10 M cars going for a hill run today through the Twisties of Melbourne. So this is going to be more of like a laid back, realistic vlog, what it really looks like going to a mountain run and to a car meet and all that. There's no fabricating it. This is what it's really like. So let's pull out the M4. We're going to have to get some fuel on the way and make our way over to this big Cars and Coffee. But before we go anywhere, last night I went to this car photo shoot. Have a look at some of these cool photos we got. But anyways, this brand Flashy Finish reached out to me. Now let me show you what they gave me. Inside of this bag, he gave me his own new design of a drying towel. First of all, look how big it is. Let me open it up all the way. Look how big it is. And he's given me this. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, the quality on this is actually amazing. It's really thick, really fluffy, and one towel can pretty much do your whole car, obviously depending how big your car is. But I used it before and oh my goodness, I think this is probably one of the best products on the market. This is not sponsored, I didn't get paid to say this or anything, but I just want to give a shout out to a local Melbourne brand and one of my friends. So definitely check them out. So let's do the honors and start up the M4. It's actually not that loud, but when you do this, very loud. So we're running a bit late like usual, so we're not going to stop for fuel. At the moment, I've reset my trip meter, so we're at 0. We'll see how much driving we do today. I've currently got just over half a tank, and this Cars and Coffee is held at the Fox Car Collection. Now, what is that? Well, it's one of the largest privately owned car collections on this continent. Long story short, there was a guy called Lindsay Fox, and back in the 50s, I think it was, he failed from school, was really making nothing of himself, didn't go to university, failed high school, had nothing going for himself, ended up buying himself one truck, and that one truck turned into a decent business. So from 1957, when he bought that first truck, till today, he's made these little companies. First one being Linfox Logistics, which are these red and yellow trucks you see all over Australia, and everyone knows about them in Australia. It's the second largest logistics company in the whole country. He's also got Linfox Airports, so he has his own private airport, which is in Essendon Fields, and he also owns half of the suburb, which means everyone there, including the car dealers and the shops and the industrial places, well, they belong to him. He owns the land and an airport. Like, how many people do you know that actually own an airport? He also owns Linfox Armour Guard, which is money transport, which is the biggest money transport here in Australia again. And last but not least, he also has Linfox Property Group, which owns a lot of property, literally hundreds of millions, and also a portion of Luna Park, which is Australia's oldest theme park, which is still running till today. I think it started in 1911 and he bought it sometime in the 2000s, but he owns that as well. With all that said, our friend Lindsay, he makes a little bit of money, you know, just some pocket change. Last year, his companies, well, the revenue was $3.69 billion. So with that money, you can buy some cool cars. And he's definitely a car guy because he's opened a whole museum after his own collection with some cars that you'd never see in Australia. It's hard to see them anywhere in the world, let alone Australia, because we've got such a small car market, especially for exotic cars, because all the rich people are in Asia, Europe, and America. And it's estimated that his collection is worth between $40 to $50 million. A little bit better than my one car collection, but you know, one day we'll get there. Woo! I love the E92. I want one. I want to buy it. I want to do key-for-key swaps with the E92. If you've got one, a clean one, DM me. We'll do key-for-key swaps. Look, another tunnel. He's going to do it again, surely. What a pussy. I have to do it for him. 6-cylinder doesn't compete. But I've got fellow P-platers. P-plater, 845, AMG, and the E92 M3. So this is just by complete coincidence we've run into each other on the freeway there. And we're about to hit Melbourne's main tunnel, the Burnley Tunnel, and I'm sure that loud E92 would like to do some talking in there. More screaming than talking, but some noises. Watch him hit it. I'm betting you money he's gonna hit it right now. Or maybe not. All right, well, I would have lost the bet if we were betting. No, I wouldn't have lost it. Woo! Gee, it's so loud. It's so loud. Like, that sounds pretty much straight pipe to me, and I absolutely love it. Oh my God! Can I do? Doesn't even compete, man. It's sad. Holy crap. You don't even have to be speeding and he's like breaking the sound barrier from going the speed limit. I'm gonna have to stir him up to give it a little rev. I know who this is. Try to stir him up. Oh. Yeah, I've got, oh. Yeah. Why do I bother? You know, I want to feel involved, but even though it's an older car, it's a cooler car. And a GT500, that actually looks like a real GT500, the wheels, the brakes. I think that's a real GT500, holy crap. Oh my God. Oh, relax! I'm trying to record the GT500 and they're freaking out over there. I'd freak out too. You don't see those in Australia. Gee, they make like 700-800 horsepower. That's insane, what a car. We're pulling up now to the Cars and Coffee. I don't even know where I'm gonna get through, where I'm gonna park, anything like that. I don't even think there's even any spots in there. I mean, I can try have a look. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get a spot anywhere here, but you know what, let's try. Everyone's looking at me like I'm driving over their children. I don't know, is this like I'm breaking the law to drive in here? But you know what, let's try. Oh no, there's no spots anywhere. Am I going to overflow parking again? Damn, like a loser. Walking through the meet, there are some cool cars. I love this Jaguar with the red guts, beautiful Porsche and a Tremor. Look how big it is. This Mercedes AMG have a plate worth more than what it is. Look at this Diablo. If I was rich in the 90s because I made money selling white substances, I would buy this exact car. Wow. Another Ford GT like we saw at the Cars and Coffee, but in the more iconic red. And after that, a full-on race spec Porsche 935, I think, I don't even know, plus the gullwing Mercedes. I mean, this is probably the most iconic Mercedes ever. Another Mercedes with a super expensive number plate on top of that. Then this slow Ford, I mean, that little snail says otherwise. Look at my hand next to it, it's humongous, and from the inside, well, that Power Glide transmission, I'm sure it makes more than stock power. Oh my God, I've car spotted cars in Melbourne. Car spotted. In the museum, we had the first ever car, literally the Ford Model T, a few cool Mercs, and I'm a Beamer guy, but they are pretty cool, followed by this Porsche 935, 0 to 100 in 2.3 seconds. That's insane. Upstairs is a disco. We had the Lexus LFA and the Ferrari F40, the most iconic one out there, and the LFA, well, they popped the hood to show that iconic V10 engine, and next to that car, one of the rarest cars here, the Mercedes AMG ONE, one of the only ones on this continent, and we've got the Ferrari Enzo, my favourite Ferrari ever made, full stop, hands down, this is my king. And then we have another Ford GT, but the newer spec, I definitely prefer the older one, so much more iconic, and one of the holy trinity, the Porsche 918 Spyder. After that, the Mercedes SLR Sterling Moss and a Ferrari F50, which is always in the shadow of their 40, and a few more cool Mercs. Why doesn't this guy buy more BMWs? What's wrong with this guy? So we're finally leaving the meet now, and we've got a nice little crew. We've got a 488 Spyder, E92 M3, G83 M4. We've also got our Audi, the lighting fixed up. We've also got an Audi R8 V10 Plus, another M4 Stage 2 Plus we're meeting on the way. Oh yeah, and also a A45S, not S, A45 regular, and then possibly another G80. So not really, I thought it'd be all M cars, but you know what, I'll trade a few M cars for the Ferrari and the Audi R8. I'll take that compromise. And that's the Audi R8 as well coming with us now. We've got about an hour and a half drive, but we'll also be stopping off at a petrol station, get some clips there and fuel up ideally. Oh, look at the line. Oh, imagine the fat skid right now, that'd go crazy. So would my license, it'd be crazily lost. Let's Thank you very much. Down an alley, I think we know what's going to happen. Yep. That V8 just literally wakes the whole city up. Oh my God, under the tunnel. I'll be quiet now so we can listen. Thank you very much. I think Ferrari should add its own little touch as well while we're at it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You need an exhaust. Too quiet, right? Straight pipe it. What's that? Embarrassing. So we've met up with the Ferrari and the M3 again, the E90. We lost them during the tunnel run, but we found them again on just a different street. Man, that Ferrari, I'm jealous. I think that's the car of the day, to be honest with you. I've holes in my way. Let me try to get around him. Is it 2 lanes? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's it. Get out the way. We missed their acceleration, but we got mine. That's something. So everyone's going through the car wash because we were sitting in a dirty car park. Look, these drop-top boys with their fancy roofs. And then there's me. I can just pull my windows up, I guess. That's something. Oh, all over me. Fuck, that sounded inappropriate. I guess how much it's going to cost. It's $2.11 a litre, which is quite steep. I've got half a tank. I'm calling $65 for a full tank. What do you think?
70.
70. All right, let's see. That is where we're going today, all through those mountains and hills. As much as I talk badly about Australia and the car scene, we do have some amazing driving roads. Of course, the police do ruin it by the police do ruin it by camping on those roads, but we do have some amazing roads. Not as good as the Californian canyons, I'll admit, and the European mountains, but it's still better than nothing, better than just dead empty straight roads. For a bit of fun, it's 60 to 100. We've turned traction on. Let's just do a little pull. Let's do it. Second gear pull from 50. Woo! And I'm at 100 definitely. My camera ran out of footage to record all the way up the hill and all that, but we still got some clips on the freeway, obviously through some twisty roads, catching up to the boys, and we did have a nice lineup of cars. So we didn't get the full twisty run we wanted to. I am planning on doing a twisty run with me and another M3, and that will be a proper drive with proper recording, GoPros and all. But here are all the cars, all the supercars, and I'll see you in next week's video. Sorry we didn't get all the twisty clips in it, but we still got quite a few cool clips and some awesome sound clips of these cars. Just throwing this little snippet in because we just got home. 189.7 kilometers on the trip meter there. I mean, it should have been more. We were expecting to drive a bit more, but we didn't. But I'm definitely doing another hill run again because I'm not satisfied with that. And we need to do better than that. So we'll be doing